now they have a kind of a trolley, but in the old days they would just pull them off the track screeching, and you'd be waiting for the vet to come to put them down, and it was horrible. And I would try and I'd get the owner and I'd say, you know, would you not bring it down to the veterinary clinic and we'll x-ray it maybe? Oh no, it's no good. If it's injured, it's no good. It has to be put down. And
one of the girls who works in a pound up the country, on a Monday morning there would be a queue of dogs, greyhounds, outside the pound door to be put to sleep. €25, and they're dogs who didn't race well at the weekend. Now, we spoke to Maeve, the girl's name is, and said, you know, maybe try and ask them, would they consider putting them into rescue? When she first started asking a lot of them, they were like, for what? Why would they go to rescue? It's just, they don't know, and they don't want to know, some of them.
We're in a place called Seaham in County Durham, and the land behind me belongs to a man called David Smith. He was exposed by the Sunday Times for slaughtering an estimated 10,000 greyhounds over a period of 15 years. It was quite acceptable practice in the area. It was reported that the RSPCA and the police used to bring dogs to him, and he would put them down with a bolt gun. And he used to have a big skip here at the side, and the council used to collect the carcasses. But the turnover of greyhounds became so large, the council refused to collect them anymore. So then he started burying them in this plot of land. It's about 50 metres by 80 metres. And when he reached one side, filled up the land, by the time he started again, the dog's body would have decomposed, and it went on like that.
Now, this is a greyhound puppy who has got brain damage. Because they say he ran into a trailer and he was dumped in a pound. He's 8 months old, so that's why he goes around in circles.
Literally. And he was very disappointed when he paid €600 for him.
It's €600. Oh wow! Hello.
All his money gone. Oh, bless him, look.
Oh. Ah, ciao.
It's a little puppy. It's so cute.
What's this? Then we've got the fact that there's too many dogs bred by the racing industry. So then we have to think, how are they rehoming them? So take for example, last year, if you add up the Irish breeding figures with the English breeding figures, you've got about 3,500 litters. So, you know, 3,500 litters. If each litter had 2 puppies in a litter, there's still not enough dogs being rehomed. The RGT are rehoming around 4,000, roughly, about a year. 8,000 or so are retiring. No way are all these independent rescuers who are struggling by rehoming the rest of them. So even if there was 2 dogs in every litter, there's still going to be at least 1,000 going missing. But there isn't 2 dogs in every litter. There's at least 7. You know, grounds have big litters. Only yesterday I seen a ground trainer's uploaded a load of pictures onto their social media, and there was 11 puppies in there. You know, all them are not going to get to the track. They're just not going to get to the track. You know, half of them might make their way over to Britain to race. If they race in Ireland, their rehoming statistics are dire. They're disgraceful. You know, an Irish greyhound stuck in Ireland, they're lucky to get out past the age of 4. Very lucky. And as we've seen lately, Irish greyhounds are being raced in China.
How did you hear about the carnival?
Well, the first time we have to handle Canidum was in 2011, when we knew a report from South China Morning Post, Hong Kong newspaper, about the dogs killed there. And we know that on that time that they were killing one animal per day, which means 360 per year. And we get concerned, we were not aware, and after Grey 2K USA came to visit us and discuss with us, and we get totally aware of what was going on inside that we didn't know at all. So we decided, okay, we have to make these guys make adoptions, at least, but they refuse. So they continue to kill, so we decide there is no other option, close this.
So you've never rescued a dog from...
No, they do not allow. They just kill. When they are not capable to run, it's just kill. So all people that thinks that we just try to close the track is not true. We want to close the track for sure, but we are giving the first step an opportunity for them to save animals. They continue to kill animals. In 4 years' time up to now, if you multiply 360 animals per 4 years, you will see how many animals were killed without giving an option of being rehomed to families. Last year, we have an international conference in Macau, where we have 10 international organizations, Grey 2K USA, Royal SPCA, Animals Asia, Animals Australia, a lot of organizations. We have a very 2 days conference, and we decided internationally that we should support all the close of all tracks around the world.
Part of our job is to get out the facts about greyhound racing and to strip away all the myths and misunderstandings about this. What it is a commercial enterprise that is killing dogs. As long as greyhound racing exists, dogs will be overbred, they will die in training, they will die while racing, and when they are no longer useful, they will be killed. It's a very simple calculation, therefore it's a very simple fight. It is not ambiguous. It is clear as day that greyhound racing is cruel and inhumane and must end. It cannot be conducted without harming greyhounds.
Another case that we recently dealt with was Petal. Petal was one of the worst cases that we've ever dealt with. We've only been campaigning for around 3.5, 4 years, and we didn't think we'd see anything as serious as this. We know there's cruelty, we know it goes on. You know, we know dogs are abandoned, mutilated, we hear it all, but when you actually see it in reality, it's a totally different kettle of fish to seeing it on Facebook or reading it in a newspaper. You know, we were alerted by a post on Facebook about Petal. Michael happened to see a photograph of a dog that was dead, and it was in the Lancaster area, and there was people discussing this dog and saying that the body had been removed. They didn't know what had happened to the dog, whether it was a car accident or whatever it was, but the dog was dumped on a secluded piece of land by a water tank. And when I started asking people in the area questions, I was getting all different answers about who'd removed the body. I was told it was the RSPCA, and then I was told the police had removed the body, and it was all quite confusing. So I decided to ring the RSPCA, and they'd had no reports of the dog's body being collected. So then I rang the local authority, and they had no record of the dog's body being collected, which then made me think that maybe she was still there, which made me decide to go to Lancaster and check for ourselves. we pull the car over into a little lay-by, and within a couple of minutes of getting out the car, we found a body behind a water tank. Both ears were mutilated, but not completely cut off. But one ear, a right ear, was completely amputated, which tells me that a right ear was tattooed. So whoever had dumped the body had gone back and removed the right ear so that the owner couldn't be, the original owner could not be traced.